The question is, has Grand Rapids jumped the shark, or is it still an amazing place to live in 2025? I'm Mick Belmore, and I'm a local realtor here in West Michigan. And today, we're going to take a look and break down a couple of the different reasons that tell us, is Grand Rapids still amazing, or is it kind of past its time at this phase? And we're going to take a look at some of those reasons starting right now. Reason number one, and this is for me personally, I do think there's still a ton of room to grow here in West Michigan and Grand Rapids, especially when it comes to value and a lot of those things along that line. And I'll tell you, one of the biggest reasons is the continuing growth of the economy, even as the rest of the nation is starting to see a slowdown. One of the things with the Grand Rapids economy that continues to be true is we're not a single-phased economy. We're actually looking at a lot of diversification in the jobs and the availability of the industries here in West Michigan. So a couple of things that have happened even in the past few years as a lot of cities have started to see a slowdown or started to see really even just a flattening out in the job economy. And a couple of the things here is that our major employers are continuing to expand. Spectrum Health is one of the large ones here in the area, and they've doubled down and brought more jobs already in 2025 to the area, where in so many other cities, the jobs are actually shrinking. Education is another one. Opening of a lot of adult education type of things in trade schools, but also, of course, our crown jewel when it comes to the university system here. Grand Valley continues to grow and expand and offer out more and more classes in the area, and there's no question that is a positive thing. Of course, another big thing in our area is the expansion of new construction. We're still seeing tons of new subdivisions being built on a regular basis. Are things selling with the same veracity they might have been in the past couple of years? No, but there's still a great room to grow, and our builders are working hard to fill the gap that we've had in housing for the past several years. So no question that's an important piece. Investments in biotech, investments in manufacturing, of course, all these things continue to grow. Are we still Furniture City? You know we are, and Steelcase is out there making furniture on a regular basis, along with a ton of our other furniture manufacturers here in the area. So when you start to look at that, there's no question that Grand Rapids still has a lot of job growth potential. And we also have tech jobs. Again, we're not just a manufacturing area anymore. There is so many things in this area that are continuing to expand and offer out job-wise. One last thing I'll mention before I wrap this subject up as well. We still have an artist/creator community here in Grand Rapids, whether it's music, whether it's filmmaking, whether it's traditional art, photography, all those different things. Here we embrace it, and those jobs continue to grow just the same. Number two on the list, and this is probably a big one of why our area continues to stay strong. We have a lot more affordable housing than most places do. Now, here's the thing. If you look at the median home price lately, we're looking at around $365,000, while the nation is at $415,000. So yes, there is absolutely some availability and affordability compared to a lot of other areas. When you start to look at Metro Detroit, when you start to look at Chicago, when you start to look at a lot of these places that people are moving from to come here, you see that you quite honestly oftentimes just simply get more house for the dollar. So yeah, housing affordability, I think, is almost a nationwide crisis at the moment, and it's one of the things that keeps Grand Rapids in a strong position and continuously allows us to grow and grow and grow. Of course, in the past year or so, there's been about 10 different apartment complexes that have been built as well. And while everybody watching this might not go, yay, I can't wait to move into an apartment complex. A lot of times there's stepping stones for people to saving up their down payment or getting the job that's going to afford them the ability to get into our single family homes. And while we do have a fair amount of luxury style construction and neighborhoods here in West Michigan, we also have a lot of great places that have been improving and really becoming more family friendly neighborhoods here in the area. So with that, we're still maintaining a lot of the affordability. If you want to find a home in the 250 to even 300 range, they're not a dime a dozen, but they're absolutely available here in our area. Number 3, and this is a big one for me, and quite honestly, this will never change here in West Michigan. We have just a ton of outdoor activities and outdoor lifestyle things to do here in the area. Whether it is biking or trail riding, or of course the beaches and the sand dunes and all the things we have accessible here in the area, they all absolutely stack up for living that outdoor adventure style life. Obviously, there's the Grand River itself and all of the accessibility that the river has. And of course, there's the kayaking, there's the fishing, there's the recreational boating on Grand River. And with the Restore the Rapids project happening literally right now as we speak, you will no longer be limited by the dams downtown if you do want to travel by boat or kayak or canoe or any of that type of stuff all the way through and down the Grand River. So yeah, that's one of the big ones without a doubt. The ability, the trails, all that different stuff. I'm talking about hiking trails and I'm talking about biking trails. Plus, we have several of these really long distance biking trails. I'm talking about the White Pine Trail. I'm talking about the Paul Henry Trail. All these different things that we have out there are just really great opportunities for people who enjoy biking or long distance biking and don't want to be on the road with all that traffic. Of course, the other thing that's always big here in our area, it's the park systems. Whether it's Kent County, Ottawa, Barry County, Allegan County, there are so many, hundreds upon hundreds of small parks that offer a ton of opportunity for outdoor adventure. And again, these get back into the walking trails, the biking trails, but also a lot of them have like small playgrounds for the kids, soccer fields, baseball fields, all these other different things. If you are interested in that outdoor lifestyle, then we are definitely a place to check out. And for some people, they think, yeah, but you guys have winters. Yeah, we do. And guess what? There's a ton of things to do in our area in the winter. There's downhill skiing, there's cross-country skiing, there's sledding hills everywhere. And of course, when the snow falls, it brings a whole different dynamic because here in Grand Rapids, it doesn't stop us from getting out on those hiking trails, and even a lot of our crazies will jump on the off-road biking trails in the middle of January. That's right, if you're one of those people that goes on the trail in the middle of January and December and November, shout it out in the comments. Tell me your favorite biking trails here in the area. There's no doubt if you love the outdoor lifestyle, you are gonna definitely be attracted to West Michigan. Number 4, and of course, I do a lot of videos about this if you check out the channel. By the way, if you enjoy those videos, if you enjoy this video, please help me grow the channel by liking the video and subscribing. The more that you guys like and subscribe on the videos, the more it gets out to a bigger audience. And I'll tell you, I greatly appreciate those that have done it. It's been a great bunch of support from the audience, and I thank you so much. But number 4 is arts and culture. No question about it. And of course, we talk about Art Prize and Tulip Festival and all the other things that happen. But the arts and culture of Grand Rapids are absolutely a huge draw. Now, yeah, there's the festivals and there's a lot of that big stuff that goes on, but there's also our museums here in the area. And there's the Grand Rapids Public Museum, there's the Art Museum, there's all these different places around here. Not only that, there's a ton of private stuff, from the murals that are drawn in the freeway underpasses to the buildings downtown where the whole whole side has been painted in a theme. I absolutely love the art and culture of Grand Rapids here. Another super cool place to check out is the farmers market, downtown market. There's a ton of stuff there. And even when it comes to that stuff, every one of our cities has an amazing farmers market with just a ton of access to fresh, high quality food. No question that the arts and culture section of Grand Rapids is a huge draw. One more thing that I would add into that for sure, music. Grand Rapids has so much live music, and whether it's downtown on the street or in the venues for performances, there is an unlimited amount of opportunities to catch a show when it comes to music. Of course, there's a lot of theater here too, and especially improv theater. Grand Rapids Comedy Project, a lot of different things along those lines. If you're into improv, that's a great thing to check out just the same too. Plus, of course, we have multiple different comedy clubs. We even have a comedy festival that comes in the spring and brings a lot of big name comedians here to the area. Number 5, and if you go and check out some of my older videos, you'll see that at one point I kind of complained about this, and that's us being better connected than ever. And the one place that's made just a massive amount of improvements, and I need to shout it out here in this video, is the Gerald Ford Airport. At the airport, they've expanded a whole nother terminal. They've brought in 3 to 4 new restaurants so that if you are waiting for a flight or if you're in a layover, you just have so many more choices. And with the new terminal opening up, we are also starting to see that there's just more options for direct flights here in Grand Rapids. So to me, connectivity is absolutely a big one. I fly a lot for work, training other realtors around the country. I also fly a lot with my family, vacations and that kind of stuff. And when you have the ability to take direct flights out of Grand Rapids, it just makes the whole traveling experience a little bit better. And even though the airport has just completed in the last year or so the expansion terminal and all that type of stuff, there's already plans for us to grow again. And so guess what? Even though they're so much better than they were, look out, because in the future there's going to be even more options for direct flights and more flight times as we continue to grow and expand with the Grand Rapids Airport. Now, it's not just the airport. We also have the train station downtown, and if you want to make it to Chicago for under $100, that's a great option just the same too. And we have an amazing bus system here in Grand Rapids that's well worth checking out as well. Connectivity is a huge thing here in Grand Rapids. If I could complain about one thing on this video, we could really use some more downtown parking. Other than that, I'm definitely splitting hairs, and I would say that Grand Rapids is doing a great job keeping things connected and helping people get to where they need to go in our area. So in conclusion, I would say if for you, it's important to have career opportunities, to have outdoor lifestyle, to have that connectivity, to have the culture and all the different things that Grand Rapids is famous for, check us out. We're quite frankly an amazing option here in West Michigan. And if you love that small town community feel, but it still want access to the restaurants, to the events, to the venues, all that different stuff, then we are probably the place for you. And if you're looking for the perfect home for you and your family, reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below, and it would be an honor to help find you the exact house that's going to work for your lifestyle and your budget. Until next time, I'll see you guys on the next video.